What is up, guys? We're back for the third installment of starting out an arc. I'm Harv, this is Harv's Corner, and well, what do we really want to accomplish for the closing out of this? I think we're going to try to get ourselves a flyer, maybe make some better armor, upgrade our homestead a little bit, and that's really going to cover most of the basics that we've already been through. Again, feel free to go back and check out episode 1 and 2 if you're brand new to ARC, if you're new to playing, or just don't understand maybe just the basics. This is definitely something to go on. Once we wrap this episode up, we're going to continue the 101 series, but we're going to start focusing on Genesis, on the maps, the creatures, resources, all that good stuff. So definitely look out for that coming next week, and also look out for a build video coming out again on this weekend. So let's get into it. And it is foggy out here. That's something to note with the island in general. It does get very foggy at times, cuts visibility down really bad. But where did we left off at? We left off because we had this cool little trike. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had you. We did. Ooh, I mean, we went through the basics, right? Basics, house building, we got a smithy, got some storage, got a forge going, mortar and pestle. So the basics, all the good basic stuff. So let's look at maybe getting a little bit better equipment. Maybe taming a flyer, because flyers are going to be important. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see where we're at with this forge. How's this forge looking? Oh, that's my storage bin. Alright, so that's all the metal I'm going to get out of that bad boy. It looks like we made the metal tools. What kind of engrams do we have open? Do we have any open? Let's scroll down here and see what's here. Arrows. Bolas. We're going to need bolas. Why that won't select bolas? That's making me a little sad. Is it because I got the controller on? Is it being dumb? Is it being dumb? Why are we being dumb? Yes, we got bolas. Bolas are a plus. The next one I really wanted to look at potentially was crossbow, but I'm not sure when we get the crossbow. Let's search, because this is another good range weapon. So this is 25, so we got a couple levels to go before we get that unlocked. 2 levels to go, so that's not too hateful. What we can do is maybe focus on... Seriously? You're just gonna go up right here in front of the house, huh? Pteranodons, they won't really come after you. This is only level 4. We don't really want a level 4. Not feeling it. But we do need hides, so... Yep. There. Another one bites the dust. Alright, he got away. Alright, so let's maybe go hunt some little creatures. And get some... Do you have any narcotics in here? Ooh, I don't know about that. Oh yeah, we got some. We got some narcotics in here, that's good. And do we have any trank arrows? Man, I feel like we need to resupply on everything. Oh, no. We got plenty of trank arrows too. Okay, this is good. This is good. So we pretty much got what we need. We need to make some bolas. Bolas are very important. You get these kind of early on, unlock them when you can. They'll help you immobilize smaller targets. Definitely useful when getting your first flyer like a Pteranodon. They're passive skittish, so you can walk right up to them and they won't do anything. But if you hit them, they'll try to fly away, and they're highly maneuverable. They dart all over the place, so it's definitely a pain in the butt holding on to one of these once you do find them. So we're gonna make some bolas and go looking for a Pteranodon, and yeah, then we'll be back. Alright, so we tracked a Pteranodon walking around over here. Not sure what level it is, but we're gonna try to hit it with a bola. Now you hold these guys in with your primary attack and then you let it go, and it will hit them potentially. No, and you can see you're only gonna get so high with these things. Did I just hit something over here? Anyway, Pteranodons, you see, he'll loaf around for a little bit, but then he'll come down to land, and that's really what I'm waiting on. It can be kind of annoying, but these guys are fairly common on beaches, so I'm gonna wait for him to come down. Are you gonna come down? Are you gonna maybe come down here? We also have an ARC 101, or an ARC taming video about how to tame specifically the Pteranodon, but yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for this duder to come down so that we can make him a friend. Coming down, he's coming down, he's coming down, he's coming down. Boink! 22, this is good. They're only going to stay bullet for a little bit. And there it goes, it's down. This is good. This is good. So while this guy is unconscious, We need to find something to eat for him, something easy to kill. Normally I would not want a tame to just sit out here by itself, but there's not any hostile stuff around, so we're gonna go try to find some food for him. Alrighty, so we killed a couple little animals and went back and just grabbed some regular raw meat. That's all we found out here. That's all we're gonna use. Just to kind of get this done. Where did we leave you? Oh, okay, cool. When you're harvesting meat from a dino, you want to use your pickaxe if you're trying to get meat, because it'll get more meat than the hatchet would. Guy's torpor is going down pretty fast, and its food is not, so let's keep an eye on it, see what happens when it eats once. We got extra narcotics to keep this thing unconscious if we need to. I might start grabbing some narco berries, maybe. Just in case. If you're out here waiting for a tame, you can always pick up narco berries and keep it knocked out that way. Passes the time, plus you don't have to use your narcotics that you made. Alright, got it. So tamed up to a 23, that's not too bad. So the backfall to flyers, and this is the lowest flyer on the list that you're going to tame. The saddle isn't unlocked till about 30, I think it's 30 something. Let me tell you. 38. So you're restricted to 38 before you're going to be able to actually ride this guy, but I want to get him early so I have him and I don't need to worry about that part. Also, passive dinos will just gain levels for you too, so he might just be chilling around my base grabbing XP while I'm, you know, leveling up to try to get my levels up so that I can actually put the saddle on it and ride it. He's flying around me like a nincompoop. So we'll take him over here and just whistle stop him, just so he'll stop flying around. He should just land on the ground after that and just kind of hang out. Where are you going, man? Here, calm down. Sometimes they'll hover like this, but then eventually, yep, okay, they'll just chill out and land. We're gonna change this to passive actually, so I don't want him going ham on anything just yet. Alrighty, so, oh, eggs. Passive dinos will just create females anyway. We'll drop eggs for you. They're unfertilized, but you can actually pick them up and hold on to them. They're used to make, I'm just going to throw it in the smithy for right now, but they're used to actually make certain kibbles and things later on, certain recipes later on, which makes things a little bit easier. So if you're taming, if you have dinos and they drop eggs, pick them up and hold on to them. In the long run, you're probably going to need them. So what we're going to do is maybe go out and... I think we're going to go out and do a little bit of narcoberry hunting, a little bit of narcoberry farming, so that way we can start pumping out more narcotics to start getting that XP rolling again. Alright, we went out and grabbed a crap ton of narcoberries and started doing that. I'm actually going to get some stone and flint with me to start making some spark powder. Spark powder is key essential for gunpowder later on, but also part of something that I kind of want to craft and show you. I think it's going to be helpful early on with you, and that is a preserving bin. Alright, so we unlocked the preserving bin just like we have been doing with things in our Ingram list, and now we are going to place this puppy down. The preserving bin is it's a primitive fridge. You can also use it later on to make like jerkies out of cooked meats and oils and things like that, and what that allows, it's basically meat with a hella long spoil timer on it. But to run this standardly, we just use spark powder, but we can throw, let's say I cook like a bunch of regular meat, I can throw it in that preserving bin with spark powder inside of it, and that way it will last a whole lot longer. So definitely a plus to have all around. You can put berries and anything with an expiration basically you can put inside of this for the most part. Most things with an expiration you can put inside of this, and it exponentially increases it. So let's get some spark powder rolling. I think we got narcotics going. Oh, no, we got spark powder in here already. Perfect. Okay, so this would be a perfect example. So once we throw spark powder in there, so let's say, so this tainted berry has about 2 minutes left before it expires, one off of the stack. If I throw it in here, it's extended to 21 minutes per just that one. So the spoil timer is greatly increased. This is great for cooked meats, berries, anything you're just trying to store later on so that it doesn't expire right away. I like to throw the cooked meat then in there that I'm not using because it extends the life of that as well. And yeah, cooked meat in here. It's good. All right, so we got our preserving bin going. We grabbed some more narcotics. We even got ourselves a flyer. Really, let's go for maybe some better equipment for ourselves. And yeah, I think as long we're going to keep working on pumping narcotics out, really. That we really just want to keep these rolling early on, because that way it's constantly giving us XP, and I'm still getting really good XP off of making those. So it's pretty important to keep doing that. I'm actually thinking about making a second mortar and pestle to double the time of crafting narcotics, and we'll see where that goes. Alright, so now we got narcotics pumping on both mortar and pestles. That is going to speed our level up process up. Oh, there we go, we got another one. We're sitting at 24, about to be 25. This is good stuff. I think we need to start pumping some stuff maybe into stamina and a little bit maybe into our fortitude as well at this point. Melee damage is actually not a bad one to have either. Water skin's good if you're not right by water. We're right by water, so we really don't need it. Some of this is building stuff. Crop plots is farming. We have an ARC 101 as far as farming goes if you're interested to see how that works. But spike walls would be a good defense, but we got our defenses down. We don't really need it. I'm thinking maybe some hide armor. That would be a good, decent upgrade to our armor from the cloth, and also fairly easy to repair in case it does break on us. But we do have the crossbow unlocked and the pike, so that would be 22 points. Leave us with about, what, 9 left over. I don't think that's going to be enough to unlock most. Yeah, that'll be enough to unlock some of the hide. So let's go for it. Let's make the better tools here. Get the better tools going. We'll unlock whatever hide we can right now, which is, I think, is only like going to be like 1 piece, and we'll work on it from there. So let's see what we need in here to make. What do we need? So we need more metal, and we need some wood for that guy, for the pike. And for the crossbow, okay, so we still need more metal. So metal's definitely a thing. We're gonna have to go out and we don't really have access to any metal nodes around, which is what I'm really waiting on this pteranodon for, to be able to get the saddle and ride him around. So we're gonna have to go farm metal like we were earlier, just kind of hitting rocks until we get some metal, and then we'll come back. We finally got a decent amount of metal. I stayed out there for a pretty long time taking care of that. So that's heated up. That's going to start cooking down. So we got that going. We got an arc of berries going. One thing I realized, I forgot to take this egg out of here. Now, eggs have a really long spoil timer on them already. But again, just to give you an idea, so this has 7 days before it expires. If I throw it in here, it has 79 days. So again, the spoil timer and the preserving is a lot better. We see our spark powder went from 100 down to 99. It's a fuel source. It will slowly burn down as we progress through it, as we start using it. Now, if you wanted to turn this off, just basically take the spark powder out of it. To make jerkies, you'll actually just throw cooked meat, oil, and spark powder in there. Oil is a resource on the island. You're primarily going to find that underwater, or up in the north biomes, you'll find actual black oil rocks you can harvest oil from. Supply drops, I guess we're kind of at a lull period. We can talk about those. So that's a drop coming in. They're all color coded. The color codes go from white to green to blue, purple to gold, and then this red after that. And that's like a staggered series of how good the drops are. However, it also has a level requirement on all of them too. I think I literally just hit level enough to open up maybe like blue drops, but there'll be equipment, blueprints, all sorts of random stuff in there. It's kind of random as to what you're going to get. I got a little bit of it. Got a little bit of it now. Got maybe enough yet. I think we need to have some wood in here too, right? No wood in there. Nope, out of wood. Alright, so looks like we need wood too. Coming back. Alright, back with some wood. We split it between the forge and from that. So we have enough to make the crossbow now. Let's do that. And we need to wait for more metal to cook down before we can make the pike. The pike is kind of like the spear with the exceptions, 2 exceptions. 1, the durability is exponentially better, and 2, you can't actually throw them. But we are going to take the crossbow out. The crossbow will shoot the same arrows that the bow and arrow does. So either trank arrows or normal arrows, whatever you're trying to do. We're going to hotkey the crossbow back here and just put regular arrows on it, because it doesn't really look like we're taming anything. I'm going to hold on to the regular arrows because you just never know, right? If I die, I lose my stuff and have to go back and find my bag. So I want to have them in there just in case I need to come back and grab them. Because the crossbow, it does substantially more damage. You can also fire this underwater. The problem is the reload time. The reload time is substantially slower than that of a normal just bow and arrow. Get Bam, we got ourselves another level. Alright, let's keep this going. Let's keep it going. I'm actually starting to get a little cold out here too. That's what that snowflake down there represents. So we're going to do some hide hunting, go kill some little critters that we can pick on that won't put up too much of a fight. Get ourselves some hide, come back, make some hide armor. And yeah, hopefully by then our levels are gone up a little bit. They've gone up pretty good though. I mean, we were at 27 already. So we're going to need about, what, another 11 levels-ish before we can actually start flying around. Alright, so we're coming back with a little bit more hide. We leveled up to, I think, twice while we were out, so we probably have enough to start making some more, actually, no, I'll put this meat on the bird, because the bird eats meat. And while it's leveling up, we're going to go after its weight stat, because its weight's going to be atrocious. He's got those bird, this pteranodon that I just tamed is more for like a scouting, reconnaissance thing. It's not really a hauler, but that's okay. Alright, we got more metal going, which means we can make ourselves a pike. And again, the pike is superior to the spear. Once you got the crossbow, you really don't need the spears too much anymore. The pike is going to be better than it in pretty much every way. What kind of building structures we still have? I think we're still on the wood tier, but let's unlock the hide while we're here. We got a lot of Ingram points to play with now. You'll notice as you go up the ranks, each level will give you more Ingram points. But again, you're never going to have enough to unlock everything, so choose wisely. This is more for farming. Feeding trough's a good one to talk about. That allows you to put it down and you can put collectively the food in the feeding trough of meat, berries, whatever, and the animals within range will auto eat, so you don't have to put food on each individual animal's inventory. It makes it a little bit easier once you start getting a lot of animals. So we got that going down. So we unlocked fur armor. Oh, we did unlock stone. Okay. So this might help us as far as building goes. We can start doing some stone stuff. We can start making maybe convert the wood over to like a stone building. That would be super helpful. Maybe even get a little fancier with it, maybe make something even a little fancier. Just unlock a bunch of stone stuff. We don't really need pillars, we're pretty good there. Window frame, definitely need a window frame. Yeah, let's start making some stone foundations, right? Maybe we might keep the shape of this house. We might. So let's go make some stone foundations, and come back and we'll start placing some footings down to get an idea of what we want to do here. All right, so we've made a decent amount of foundations just to kind of get us going. The other thing this helped us to do was level up quicker, and we made it to 32 already just by making these foundations. So let's start by, let's make it a little bit bigger, right? Let's give us some more room here. We're gonna widen it out by one foundation. And I mean, we can do the whole thing in stone probably. We just gotta move stuff around. I think we can place these right over top. So if you notice, I can do that. I should be able to slap this right on top, and it might look a little weird at first, but once the wood stuff goes away, it'll take precedence over it, which is nice because that way I don't have to pick up everything and move it. I can just kind of build it right over top of itself. It also counts as demolishing the structures underneath of it, which is why I'm getting encumbered, because I'm trying to carry all this extra stuff. So we got the in-flat floor done. Let's do something different with the outside here. Let's try the wedges. We're going to use the triangle foundations for this one. Polish this. Yeah, we're going to do this maybe. Do that. We got a couple of stairs, well, ramps. So ramp, some of the ramps with the S+ mod. Normally you just make stairs, but I can toggle them 2 stairs. And let's put a little railing here. Maybe probably end up putting a railing right there too, because we're gonna need. Imagine this is gonna be added to the house, so we're just gonna have even more room in here. So we're gonna make a door, maybe 2 windows, 6 walls. Maybe 9 walls. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us. We also unlock some Ingram points so we can unlock the rest of some of the stone structures we're going to need. Alright, so we got a decent amount of stuff. It is starting to get dark out here, man. Maybe we need to place Place our campfire back out here. Let's grab some wood out of here so we can see what the heck we're doing while we're doing this. It's also, don't stand in that. You will take damage for standing in that. So we're gonna do a double door instead of a normal door. So I'm gonna start demoing this stuff out. And where's our double door frame? Right here. Yep. All right, so let's hotkey some other stuff. Alright, so substantially upgraded, right? We got a stone house now. Now, really, the integrity comes down to what creatures can hurt what. So a lot of creatures can hurt thatch and wood. So if a wild creature came up and tried to attack me or try to attack the house, it'd be substantially harder for them to hurt a stone structure than it would be a wooden or thatch structure. And actually, there's only a very few animals, especially on the island here, that can actually hurt stone or even above. Later on, you'll unlock a metal tier. So once you get to stone, building a house in stone, it protects you from quite a bit. There's not a whole lot that's gonna take your house out at this point. But yeah, it looks like we're sitting pretty good. We got the house rebuilt. We got some new gear. Let's make that armor. See if we got some stuff to make that. So I know we got a decent amount of hide in here. And hide armor is crafted on your person, so I'm going to check it under hide. We just need hide and fiber. We probably have enough to do, yeah, everything. Okay, cool. So we're going to switch over to hide, which would help us with the warmth a little bit, but honestly, it's just going to protect us better than cloth armor is. And we're just going to equip it right over top. Now, I personally, as a method, I will use whatever the last level of things that I had. So as I upgrade from hide to cloth, I'm going to hold on to the cloth armor. Because like I said, if I'm out in the wild somewhere and I die, whatever I have on my person is going to be at that point that I died at. So I would end up spawning on my bed because I have a bed here. And I would probably want some gear to take with me to go and try to find my body. So definitely watch that as well. And if you're out exploring too far away from your base, you can make beds out there, or even sleeping bags that are good for, like with that we used early on. You can make something like that in the beginning. But yeah, all right. So we got ourselves a flyer. We got a taming. We got animals. We got a house going. We got food going. We got all that good stuff going. All in all, this is pretty productive, and I believe this is where we are going to call it at. So we made it to 35, almost 35, so we're 33. So I wasn't sure if this was going to go over. Wow, it's kind of dark. Oh, this is mood lighting. This looks good. So I wasn't sure if we were going to go over something more like a 4-episode thing, but I think this really just covers the basics, and I'm really just trying to focus on the basics, and that's it. Ark has so much more to offer. There's so much more to explore. There's different biomes on the maps, like jungles and swamps and Arctic snowlands and redwood, giant redwood trees in the forest. There's also, especially on this map, underground cave systems with awesome creatures down there to fight. You find a lot of other things. Not to give away anything if you're new, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but there's an immense amount of other things to do in the universe other than build a house and go find a trike. You can breed animals, you can make bases, you can, the technology tree goes way up above than what we're currently sitting at, all the way into more of the current day / sci-fi-ish stuff. But yeah, we got a lot. So I hope you found this little series helpful. It was something that came to my attention that that we might have wanted to focus on when we started doing the ARC 101 videos, and I really just wanted to bring that knowledge around. So if you're new to ARC, I hope you found these couple of episodes very helpful. And again, our 101 series is going to kind of change into ARC 101 for Genesis. So we're going to start talking about the biomes and how they work, where certain resources are at, how to tame certain animals. We already talked about the Bloodstalker, but we're going to talk about some other creatures out there too. But that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you guys have a good, this is Friday, so or Friday, yeah, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep a lookout on the weekend. We're gonna upload a build video. I'm gonna try to do it Saturday, but more than likely it's gonna be Sunday that the build video is gonna come out. And then following up on Monday, we're gonna go back to an ARC mod review Monday. So mod review Monday is gonna start right back up, and we'll have another review for that out too. Again, hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys got something out of it. Feel free to follow me here, subscribe, like, share, comment. Follow me actually on Twitter too, and even on Twitch. We do live streams. We're going to do that tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, and also tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. But again, I always tell people to follow me on Twitter because sometimes we have some impromptu streams, and that's the best way to jump in and see what's going on. But that's it, guys. Hope you like everything we kind of did here. Hope you found it helpful, and yeah, look at that. Wow, it's actually kind of gorgeous out here. Till next time, guys. Till next time.